What's up, guys? I'm here in Austin, Texas, the Green Room Meetup 2019. Here with the famous Steve Raiken over at RaikenProfit.com. And I'm going through full-time reselling right now, and I know Steve's been through the ringer before, especially on eBay. So I was just going to ask him a few questions about like the different struggles he went through.
Yep.
And some of the things that maybe I can learn from
it's a struggle.
his experience. Yeah. So can you just tell people like how you got started reselling?
Yeah, so I got restarted. I was just surfing the web. I was working at the Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
And I was just miserable because I was clocking in, clocking out. They used to have me put this little apron on, and they used to put stars on my apron. I was like a rising star over there.
Oh, okay.
And I used to sit in the parking lot before my 9-10 hour shift and I would just hate my life because it was so stressful, and I felt so trapped, like a trapped animal, and I wasn't making a lot of money, and my life wasn't where I wanted it to be, and you know, I was just miserable. So I started looking online like over the next couple of weeks, and I found this guy called the Bonafide Hustler on YouTube, and he was flipping bicycles, literally bicycles from Craigslist back onto Craigslist. So I started doing it. And that summer, fast forward, I flipped like a couple hundred bikes for over like $10,000. Ended up saving up like quite a bit of money, and from there I just moved into eBay, and then I moved into Amazon, and I started a YouTube channel, and one thing led to another, like a stepping stone, and I ended up quitting my job like within a couple months or so.
Okay.
So yeah, but I started with bikes.
Okay. Yeah, started with bikes, and then Steve transitioned to clothing.
Yes.
Yeah, clothing.
Yeah, because bikes, I live in Connecticut, so you could really only flip bikes, you know, certain months, and it's not a huge bike town. Like, we're in Austin, Texas now. There's no like public transit,
right?
So like everyone's riding bikes and scooters and stuff, and now they got all the paid scooters and bikes. Everyone's lazy. But here in Austin, Texas, you could flip bikes all year long. For me, it was only a certain amount of months. So I said to myself, what can I buy and sell? So I started looking in thrift stores for items that were in large quantity that sell all year long, and clothing, man.
Right.
Walking to a thrift store, the biggest section is clothing.
Yeah. And
there's so much of it, and I'm like, this has got to be a great opportunity.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, that, you know, there are two sides to the coin, and with clothing, there's so much. So how exactly did you like find out?
Yeah.
Like, especially now, this was like 5 or 6 years ago, so it was like almost no content on YouTube from other resellers. So how'd you do it on your own? There
was one guy, I want to shout out Ronnie Hart with, I believe his name on YouTube is Hart's Motor Company. It might have changed.
Yeah, I think it's like, Hart's Pickers.
Yeah, Hart's Pickers now, but I learned a lot from his videos. But it was only so much information. Like, I would go to a thrift store, dude, and I would look for one thing. I remember when I first started, the territory ahead. If they didn't have it, I would leave. That's the only thing I would look for. And then I added another brand to my arsenal, Pendleton. Look for the territory ahead or Pendleton. If they didn't have it, I would leave the thrift store. So then I started watching more videos. There wasn't a lot out there, but I learned a couple more brands. And then I started spending my time studying the sold listings, which is the catalog of items on eBay that sell. So you can see what they sell for, how often. So I started looking for Ralph Lauren, and then Brooks Brothers, and then I'd find like these rare brands like CC Filson and Woolrich, and slowly but surely I started to add more tools to my toolbox, if you want to call it that, and I started finding more items every time I went. Just slowly built.
And would you eventually scale that clothing business up to?
Yeah,
like,
so
what were you doing per month?
I never really did a ton. I think the most I'd gotten to was like $7,000 or $8,000 a month.
Okay.
But I started to discover Amazon FBA, and my YouTube channel started to take off, and I was selling digital products, and I was learning about all these different avenues. So I was faced with a decision. Keep going down the clothing route, which is great, but it was time consuming. Thrift store prices were increasing. I was getting worn out and burnt out, or I could start to explore these other avenues, and I started to develop multiple streams of income, Kindle publishing, merch by Amazon, all these things. So that's the route I took. I'm ADD. One thing usually,
Yeah, so both like trying different things, don't settle very well.
No, exactly.
Yeah, right, no, I get it. So yeah, I mean, it's amazing to see. I mean, if you guys have a chance, you should go back and watch some of Steve's older videos, because
don't watch them.
But it's amazing to watch his progress, because he's just, you know, he never gives up. Like, that's the thing. It's like, wow, I can't believe, know, he's just been through the ringer, but just keeps getting back up.
Yeah, if you want to quit your job, or you want to go full time, or maybe you just want to go part time, like it's a process. It's a journey. It's going to take time. You're going to get knocked down. You're going to fall down. You're going to make mistakes. Things are going to happen. But if you keep going, it doesn't matter if you're, you know, I never got good grades in school. No one ever thought I was going to do anything with my life. You know, I didn't even think I was, because I quit everything. But it's never too late to change. And if you're consistent and you take the time to learn from people like Oliver and others in a community and learn from your mistakes, you can get to where you want to go. It might take a little longer than you expected, but you can get there, and it's a great feeling when you finally do.
Right, yeah, wow, okay. Yeah, I mean, if you guys somehow aren't subscribed to Steve Raiken's channel, make sure you subscribe to Raiken Profit.
This channel too.
Yeah. Appreciate it, okay. Well, that's awesome, man. That's great. I mean, you're doing
appreciate
really well
you, brother.
now. Yeah, I appreciate it, okay.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for having me on the channel. I appreciate you guys.
All right, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like.
Peace.